Welcome to the UnCrafter channel. Today we tackle one of the Dragonflight dungeons, Uldaman, Legacy of Tyr. Now, a lot of these Dragonflight dungeons are very hard to glitch out of bounds in, and it's unfortunate. I've tried a couple that I just couldn't do. I do have a video of the on-around plains, the no-cut offensive. It's got some interesting stuff in it, but I wasn't successful of uncrafting it. If you want to check the video out, that's perfectly fine. Go look at that video, come back to this one, and we'll continue on. Today, we have a very interesting instance. Today, we are uncrafting Ulduman, the Legacy of Tyr. And in this video, I'll explain kind of my viewpoint on Ulduman Legacy of Tyr as a casual player, and you will also see how I managed to find a way out of bounds that I don't think Blizzard really thought about. So we'll get to that later in the video. The first thing I want to say is that I actually really like this instance. Now, again, casual player. I don't know how it is in Mythic. Maybe it's the worst dungeon in Mythic, but I'm not a Mythic player. I'm an explorer. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I would be playing for achievements. I love achievements. I love lore. I love mount collecting, collections in general, all that stuff. But anyway, when I do go through dungeons, I enjoy it. I just think I don't want to put the time in to make my character perfect. I don't want to min-max. I don't want to do any of that. That's not my style of gameplay. I just want to play, click some buttons, get some gear. That would be great. Like Wrath of the Lich King, love it. Absolutely love it. It's simple. You go into hero, you kill bosses, you get loot, you go home. But now it's like you gotta have all this stuff. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. What I want to talk about is I really enjoy Ulduman Legacy of Tyr. It's one of my favorite dungeons I've been through. I still need to go through like 5 more dungeons. I don't know how many there are in Dragonflight. But anyway, so I need to go through quite a few more. But I do like the nostalgia. You got the bronze dragon, or well, the black Dragonflight. They're the timeless Dragonflight, whatever they are. The ones that are in opposition to the bronze Dragonflight. There we go. But you've got them. You've got Ulduman. It's great. So I recommend playing this instance fully through and then trying to uncraft it with me. Okay guys, this one took a little bit of time to figure out. I walked around many different areas of the dungeon and had to figure out how to get out of bounds. Now, I've done this many times in many instances, but this is one of the newer dungeons and they seem to be more aware of, how demon hunters can glitch out of bounds. So I was able to find like little areas that had potential. Like I could walk on the ledge up here, which is very interesting. And I thought maybe that I could find somewhere up here to kind of look to glitch out of bounds with, but the curvature of the rooftops just wasn't good enough for using the, the growth glitch. So I couldn't use this area, but it was pretty neat to get a vantage point from up here. I also tried this little crevice right here. I thought maybe this would work pretty well. But and maybe these walls aren't as solid as I thought. Maybe I was thinking that they weren't as solid as I hoped. But yeah, you can jump around on a lot of stuff in this instance, which is really nice. I even tried these bookshelves here with some scrolls on them, and that did not work. Though you can climb in them, which is pretty strange. Okay, the next area I looked into was the map chamber, and this has a lot of promising areas. Like right here, there's a couple pots, and it looks like a spot that's kind of like caved in a little bit. So I tried here. I tried to use the Vicryl helm glitch, and it didn't work out too well. I tried to get as close to this wall as possible and then do the glitch. Well, as you can tell, that didn't work out very well. So let's continue on here in the map room. And I jumped to this ledge over here. Then I noticed that you can actually get pretty far up to this, up to this area. And there's a few different areas to jump. I tried jumping on this little wooden plank here first. Didn't work out so well. Then I tried climbing this wall a little bit farther. The first thing I did was I tried to, use the Vicryl helm glitch right about here after using Metamorphosis, and it didn't work. I'll just say that now. It did not work. As you can see, it kind of looks like I'm, through the roof, but I'm not really through the roof at all. So that was unfortunate, but it did, I could check that off my list as well. I even tried the seesaw here to maybe get a little bit further. It did not help. So then I climbed back up here and I tried again, and I noticed that I could clip onto this ledge, which is really strange. I wouldn't think that I'd be able to, but you can look at there, like look there, and my character is exactly the height, and you can see a little chunk of wall over there that's missing. So I thought that was really strange. So I decided to try and get over to that little ledge over there and get a closer look, and I really found that to be odd. There's like an orange texture there. So this was an oversight by the developers, though if you were on the ground, I doubt you would ever see this. So, you know what I had to do. I had to try to see if I could get out of bounds in this little spot. The first way I tried was use metamorphosis through the hole, which could potentially work. I mean, that has worked for me in the past. It did not work for me in this instance. And then I decided to go back to this little ramp here. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get out of there that way, but I still find this area very promising. So I decided to do what every explorer must do in this situation and find another way to try to use this same area to glitch out of bounds. I noticed that if I jumped at this little archway exactly correctly, I could kind of get onto the ramp. Though it didn't seem to be super consistent, though if you tackle it at a certain angle, it did work every time. Metamorphosis doesn't help here, so don't try that. Don't worry about it. But you could see, like, I noticed with Metamorphosis, I could like move farther up, and so I decided to fall here, and luckily I fell to an area where I can get right back up, which was nice. You like strangely clip into the wall there, but it works, I guess. But anyway, so I decided to just aim for the very edge here. Again, it's kind of hard to line up, but if you can get it to where you're perfectly lined up for a jump onto the ledge, you can get, you can kind of get stuck. And you can see how close I am to the ceiling. And so I had to, at this point, I guess I clicked the honk here. I'm not really sure why I did that. But anyway, yeah, I got myself stuck again. And let's try the Vicro Helm glitch once again. Okay, so after I logged back in, you could see that I was just barely too far away from the ceiling, and it did not work. So I decided to test around this area a little bit more to see if I could, I had really good hopes about this area. So I just tested around a little bit more. Now this time I went to the higher arch, and there I'm at the base of the roof of the instance. So I tried to again use Metamorphosis to get a little closer forward, and that did not work. So I just had to run, into the arch as far as possible, and then I used the Vicro Helm glitch. So let's see if this works. And unfortunately, again, it failed. So that's 2 attempts down the drain using the Vicro Helm glitch. So that's unfortunate. But I did look around a little bit more. Like, see right here, I tried to get out of bounds of this wall. Didn't really see any hope there. Didn't see any hope on this door here. One thing I noticed while, in my hiatus of that little area is you can actually climb up on this little ledge here, which I thought was very strange. It's just a black texture. You can't get through it, but I definitely wanted to make note of that because I don't know why you would be able to just like climb up here. So anyway, maybe that's too detailed of a video, but hey, you know what? We're here for that. I did try the Vicro Helm glitch, and so that's why I'm including it. Didn't work out so well. Actually, I was talking about that one room, but I actually discovered I think that other room can work. I definitely think if you worked with it enough, it definitely could work. I was able to climb up on this ledge here though, and so what I did is I was just at that one area with the black texture. All I did was jump across, and I landed on this archway here to the door. Now this just says Uldaman on the map. I will have a map actually locating the exact part of this map. Yeah, so I just jumped to this random archway, and so I was like really hopeful for that one area, but this area is actually looking a little bit nicer. And so I did the Vicro Helm glitch. I'm logging back in, and let's see the result of this one. As you can see here, when I jump, I see an orange texture just like we saw earlier, and so that is exactly what I'm looking for. We have broken out of bounds in Ulduman, Legacy of Tyr. Now we just gotta not screw up this jump. So I tried my best to go all the way to that one room with the sentinels, and I failed immediately. The one room I'm talking about is where the final boss is, and there's those like weird, it's a weird room with all the really cool textures in it. I tried my best to get to there, but this first attempt I did was terrible. Anyway, you're gonna go, to show off this again, you're gonna go jump on this black textured area. You're gonna jump to this archway. You don't need to do the other glitch I was talking about, or the other little area. And you'll use the Vicryl Helm glitch. You're gonna get it to the very top of this archway as best you can. You're gonna use the Vicryl Helm glitch, and then you're going to. I personally aimed for this in between these two little buildings here, and it actually worked. Now I tried to get to that final room. I couldn't do it. I think that there would be a way to use maybe a bunch of Fell Rush's Vengeful Retreat. I personally just could not do it on the attempts that I had. That 100% does not mean it's not possible. It just means that I wasn't able to do it. And so, if you look here, we are out of bounds in Uldaman Legacy of Tyr. And there is a gray plane below us, which is unfortunate. It's not the coolest area in the world. But look how crisp and clean the sky looks. It's really beautiful, actually. I know that seems kind of random, but it does look nice, I guess. I've seen these areas before, whether they were in Razorfin, was it RFK? I think it was Razorfin Downs. That area is kind of like that, and it's very similar to this area as well. That area kind of looked a little bit cooler because you had like the thorns above you, and you had like spider webs and all kinds of stuff, and that was really neat. This area, it's cool. It definitely is cool, but it's very empty. I mean, it's pretty lonely out here. If you look upwards, you can see like doors and stuff. I decided to just immediately start just going. Maybe there's a random NPC out here. So I just started scouring the entire bottom of this instance. I went in all four directions, and I didn't really see a whole lot, which is quite unfortunate. I really wasn't happy about that. But yeah, guys, I scoured this whole entire area. Maybe I missed something down here. It doesn't seem like there's anything really noteworthy, but I do like finding this stuff. You can see the doors still, and that's really cool, but I do like finding this stuff even though there is, nothing crazy amazing. It's still neat to mark it off my list. It's still neat to show this off to you guys. It's nice to show that Blizzard still can mess up a dungeon even though it's freaking Dragonflight. We're in 2023 and they still... I guess released in 2022, but they still don't make perfect dungeons. Exploration is still alive. It's getting harder and harder to explore some dungeons. I know of a couple more Dragonflight dungeons that I can break out of bounds in. I'm not to them yet. I did, kind of do this one out of order, and right here I'm at the edge. It's just void. But anyway, I want to do all Dragonflight dungeons, and I'm gonna try to be, better about them. Like, I didn't do Shadowlands until I think Zereth Mortis, and I have those videos if you want to check those out. I know a lot of people don't like Shadowlands. I like Zereth Mortis. I think that was a cool area. I just hated the mall. The mall was so bad in Shadowlands. The lore was so bad in Shadowlands. Dragonflight seems okay. I'm not all the way through the campaign, but I've got 2 level 70s now. Uldaman, Legacy of Tyr. It is uncraftable. However, there are 2 areas I still need to get to. I still need to get to that final area. I'm not sure how to get in there. If you guys know, let me know. I think there's some advanced techniques I could probably use to get there, but I don't want to use those unless I have to. And there's another room, I think it's called the Vault of Tyr. I also want to get into that room. Again, I don't want to have to use advanced techniques, but I might have to just because they seem impossible to do without them. Fell Rush, Vengeful Retreat, Metamorphosis, they can only do so much. Demon Hunters are fantastic explorers, but they can only do so much. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Leave a like if you do. If you want to see all the Dragonflight dungeons uncrafted, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you want me to focus on Dragonflight. And otherwise, if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe. I'm not gonna force you to subscribe, but we're really trying to hit that 1,000 mark. I really want to hit that mark by at least June. And if we can do that, I would be incredibly happy. My birthday's in July. That doesn't matter. But I would like to hit it before my birthday. Not as a birthday present, but I would like to hit it before my birthday. So we go on vacation. My wife and I go on vacation in July. And I want to do like 1,000 subscribers special And if I hit it in July, that's going to be really hard to get that 1,000 subscribers special out. So I want to hit it in either June or even before. So if you want to subscribe and join, we've got plenty of videos coming out, including some non-World of Warcraft, but we'll get into that later. All right, guys, thank you for watching. This is Game and Crafter. I'll see you guys in the next one.